Hello everyone. This is actually the third time I've tried to record this now, so I'm going to really try and keep it quite quick. I got about 10-15 minutes into the one I've just tried to record and my mum decided to call me, and I don't know how to edit, I don't know how to, pause a video and then attach or whatever it is you do connect the two. I'm not very good in that kind of department, so here we are again, third time lucky, I hope. In a nutshell, I am going to be sharing with you today my holiday setup for my Midori. This is what I had in my Midori, and I've had this since June when I received this for my birthday, and I had my lined insert, which is just filled with journaling, a bit of journaling about Robin Williams passing away, which I am devastated over, and it is the only decoration in here is washi tape, and as you can see I pencil in the date if I don't have my date stamp with me, so I can at a later date go back and stamp it in, but generally speaking I'm next to my date stamp. At the back I just have some folded pieces of graph paper which I bought from my local post office, but you can get them anywhere, and I've just clipped them in with a bulldog clip. I've got a list here for YouTube videos that I would like to do, and a list here for things that I need to make sure I have for my holiday. My middle insert was my plain paper insert, which you've seen a flip of before. There's some new stuff. It's just filled with photographs. I wouldn't call it an art journal or anything like that. It's just got memorabilia in it and postcards and stuff like that. When I've got some more images and things, I've moved on a little bit more, I will do another flip through for you. Lastly, I have my grid insert, which is just hospital appointments and stuff relating to hospital appointments, and I spoke a little bit about that last time. Sort of the middle of September onwards, things are going to become very hectic in terms of my hospital appointments. I will be going there regularly, probably at least a few times a week into the foreseeable future, and I just like to keep that completely separate from everything else, but you can listen to a bit more about that in my previous video. So the reason I haven't done an update recently is because there has been nothing to update you on. Everything was the same in my Midori. I've actually purchased some things since then that I've been waiting to arrive to share with you guys. One of them being, obviously this is instant, DIYFish insert, which I decided to purchase. We'll talk about that in a minute. I also purchased an LG photo printer. I don't usually jump on bandwagons like that, especially because to me it is an awful lot of money to spend. However, the only instant camera that I own is the Fujifilm one's Instax camera, but it's not the small one, it's the large one, and it is large. I think it's probably that chunky, and you know, it's a big camera, it's quite heavy. And in my head, I mean, people were saying it was big when I ordered it, which was a good 1.5, 2 years ago. I assumed it would be big, but not quite as large as it is. And I'll possibly do a video on how big it is. And for a camera which only prints photos, you know, yay big, I was quite shocked. And I love it, don't get me wrong, but the paper is quite expensive. I tend to use it on special occasions, birthdays, Christmas, things like that, and it is a pain in the backside taking it out. I generally like to keep as little in my handbag as possible for me. I love taking photographs, as you see from my plain paper inserts, so the cost of the paper and the bulk of it, of the camera and stuff like that, it's just not worth it for me to carry it around all the time. I take loads of photos with my mobile phone. I just have a nothing fancy Samsung Galaxy Ace 2, I think it is. And I'd seen on Facebook and YouTube and things like that about the LG printer, and I thought, I don't often spend money like that on stuff that may be, you know, like quirky, like you'll only use it for a good couple of weeks and then get bored of it type thing. But the risk outweighs the that's not right. The pros outweigh the cons, there we go, for me at this particular moment in time. Ever since, the reason I'm mentioning the LG, I will do a separate, I can't talk today, oh my gosh, a separate video on the printer itself, is because I specifically bought it for my holiday. I am very, very confident that I will use it after my holiday, and I will use it regularly, but it was bought for my holiday. I will also be doing a video on my art supplies that I'm taking travelling with me. I say travelling, I'm going to Essex. It's, you know, not the other side of the planet. I'm going to visit my grandparents for 2 weeks. I don't travel in the sense that maybe many of you do. I am absolutely petrified of flying, but saying that, I enjoy taking the little things out of everyday life, and I still consider myself a traveller in that regard. So as you can see, I'm going to do some back-to-back videos today. I've got my pencil case, my travel wallet, and I will show you what I used to carry around with me. So without any more waffling, I will get into my book. So everything is the same. I just added, well, no, everything isn't the same. The only things that are the same is my charms. I added a bath charm. My bookmark is the same. I still have my zipper insert, and these are my 3 new inserts I'm taking on holiday. The only thing I added to my zipper wallet is these stencils, which I got from the pound shop, if I can get them the right way. They come in a set of 4. They're just plastic. You get 2 quite large ones, and then these 2 smaller ones, which I thought would fit nicely into my Midori. And I've used them a couple of times, and you know, they're quite fun to header a page, or just add in a bit of text to your photos or something like that. So that's the only thing that I've added there. So my first insert is my craft file. This will be craft file paper, sorry, and this will be used as my holiday journal. So I will be doodling in here, I will be writing, I will be adding photos. If I am going to draw anything semi-serious, I will do it on a white piece of paper and then, you know, stick it in. Postcards, you name it, it will be going in here. And the reason I decided to do it in a separate journal compared to my other 2 journals that I have, my written and my photo book, is I'd like to see if I enjoy combining all of them together. I don't generally art journal, you know. I paint, I do mixed media, I journal. separately, and I do photography, scrapbooking, add a little bit of writing, but I don't see that as art journaling for me. I've seen some art journals and they're beautiful, so I'd like to see how I get along with it, whether I'd like to continue just doing an art journal type setup, or whether I like my written diary, my photo book, and then doing like art journaling for holidays and big events and things like that. My second insert is the sketchbook insert, which has got thick paper in it. The only things I have done in here is I went to the British Museum and I started to sketch the outside of it, but it got far too hot sitting outside for me, so I took a photo which I will complete this at a later date. And I bought some new watercolours and I was just testing how it sort of reacted on the paper, and it does warp. It's not watercolour paper, but it's not bad. It's certainly not as bad as I thought it would be. Lastly, I have my DIYFish insert, and fish was really helpful. I'd ummed and ahed about getting one of these inserts for a long time, purely because I was quite intimidated by the setup, or the layout I should say. She had a very basic, I don't mean basic in an insulting way, I just can't think of another word for it, simple layout for the Midori, where you use your book this way round. But I didn't like that personally. This is just personal preference thing. I really liked the way the Filofax ones were set out, so I sent her a message on Etsy, and she very quickly and kindly responded. I'm sure she gets loads of messages, and I just asked her if she was considering, she bought out this version but with a day and one page, and I've got my separate journal. I really don't need to write that much and have all that space. So I asked her if she was considering bringing one out with just the weeks and the weekly chart, and she said yes, and she'd let me know when it was available to download, which she did do. And I had no qualms about it. I ordered it then and there, and I had to have some help printing it out. As I said to you, I'm not the most technical person, and when it was printed out, this is how silly I am. I thought it was printed wrong, and I was going, oh gosh, I've got to do it again, I'm getting all stressed. It's numbered. It's actually numbered, and I completely muddled all the pages up, finally worked out how they went together, took me ages, started to stitch them, and then realised that they were numbered. So, bit silly. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I'm going to quickly show. I'm sure you've seen hundreds of videos about this from either people in the Midori group, or you know DIYFish shirts inserts from I don't know, maybe a Filofax group, or you're just aware of her inserts. I ordered the August to December, I believe it is, and you get your fold out month chart, and it says my tasks, and I just have my cleaning, and then I have some private ones at the bottom, but that says exercise. I don't know why it's not focusing today, but I'm sorry about that. And I've been cleaning, I've been doing it well. Then you fold it over. On the other side you have your month at a glance, and then you have some note space. Now, I bought this 2 weeks into August, so this wasn't used, but what I've decided to use this for the time being is if there is anything that I would like to purchase, not necessities, just like to purchase or consider purchasing in the month of August that has got no set date, meaning, you know, it doesn't have to be bought on the 5th or the 12th or something like that. I put it here, and if I get it, I've crossed it off. So I ordered some new watercolours and an LG printer. I've coloured them in. I've got a telescope, a tripod, a Furminator and a heat lamp. The heat lamp being for my tortoise, because he's not allowed to hibernate this year. This side I am using for not meal planning, just dinner planning and a shopping list. So let me go to maybe, yeah, this week. Is this week? Last week. So as you can see, I've just put dinner planner, shopping list, and then I have dinner for Monday through to Sunday, and then this side where you have notes, it is just general scribble. So I've put that I needed to make a nail appointment, I needed to make a doctor's appointment, some things I need to mention to my doctor, plan some YouTube videos. So I've got travel supplies, DIY fish insert, which I'm doing now, September October setup, which is now, and art supplies, which is just general art supplies I use. Then when I get into my weekly page, sorry, I'm not really sure how to use this blank bit up here. I'm fine not using it at the moment. Up here I've just been putting just general, I don't know if that will, no, it's not going to focus. It just says meteor shower, which was on the 11th through to the 13th. There was also a full moon, which was on the 10th, I believe. So I've put that I need to go to the chemist. I was supposed to go to acupuncture, but I had to rearrange it. I've just written in when I ordered my watercolours and when I ordered my LG printer, so I know how long it took to get here. I needed to give my tortoise his medication, so I've got all his injections listed in here. And then over here I have my cleaning schedule, my tortoise's injection schedule, and my exercise, which went out the window. Now you may find it a bit over the top to have cleaning here and on the monthly page. To me, I find it necessary. I can very easily get unmotivated, or, you know, let worries take over, and I find when I have literally got it clean or cook or whatever shoved in my face, I tend to do it. It's sort of like egging myself on, I guess, on paper. I've got things like tidy kitchen, tidy living room, tidy bathroom. I tidy them every day, you know. I put bleach down the toilet, I make sure the surfaces are clean, I do the washing up. I don't mean that. I'm on about like a bigger clean type thing, so make sure that I've bleached the sink, or I've cleaned the oven, or stuff like that, you know what I mean. So that's what I use my weekly chart for. That's private. That's how I'm using it at the moment. As you can see here, I've got my list of things that I would like to buy before my holiday. Just t-shirts, vest tops, possibly a swimming costume, book train tickets, order my printer, I've ticked that off. So that's how it's been going. I was really intimidated when I first saw this layout. When you see it blank, it is kind of like, oh, how am I going to do this? Where does everything go? Once you kind of start putting your things in, it really becomes less intimidating. I'm really sorry. I don't know why I can't talk today. Words just aren't forming properly. So I use my Coletto with this insert. I have blue, purple, cherry red, apricot orange I think it was, and brown. Yep, and I just have the plastic case, and I got this from Cult Pens in the UK, who are fantastic. Their delivery and customer service is just second to none, so I highly recommend them if you're in the UK. I don't colour code per se. I like colour though. Things like bills are in red, things to do with my animals are in purple, it seems. That wasn't intentional, it's just what's happened. General things to do with me that aren't important are in orange, so things like I would like to go to Primark, I'd like to buy the new Sky at Night magazine when it comes out. They're in orange, or so it seems. Cleaning is in blue, and brown has turned into things like doctor's appointments. The only thing I've done to jazz up my insert is on the weekly chart page. I've stuck some washi tape. So for August I have like a green, I don't know the name, like semicircle shell type one, and a floral one. And then for September I have 2 months worth in here. I have a wood effect one and a leaf effect one. And for Halloween I've got an orange one and a spider's web, which is brilliant. So that is my DIYFish insert. You also get, just quickly, these little things on the back you can actually cut here. And at the moment I've just been sort of using it as a plan ahead thing. I don't know if I've got any on my... No, I don't have any there, but I have got... At the back of my book I've got things to do with my mum when she comes to visit, just general things, and then things to do at my flat in September, like big things like painting and blah blah blah. They're not things that are dated, they're just sort of plan ahead things, so they've gone on the back page. I might actually cut these out and use them as like little shopping list things, but at the moment I haven't. I've got no need to, but maybe in the future I might. It's a brilliant insert. It is actually got a very faint grid on the paper, and apart from saying September 2014 and all of that, it's blank. There's no like bank holidays in here or anything like that, so you can customize it to whatever country you are from, or maybe religious beliefs. If you don't, if you celebrate different holidays from somebody else, you can, you know, add your own, which I think is great. And it's all in sort of grayscale apart from your planner page, and it's untitled, so you can have it as a meal planner, as maybe a work planner or YouTube planner, something like that, you know, completely up to you. But it's brilliant. So definitely check Fish out on her Etsy. She does some fantastic inserts. So that's it. Nothing's changed at the back. I've just got some airmail stickers in my in the back part of my folder. I've got a PDSA little leaflet, appointment slip, and that's it for my Midori setup. The only thing that I have added, that I've made separate, is I took some plain printer paper, folded it in half, cut it to the right side, and I'm just using it as a general list book. You can see it's wonky, I don't care. It's just paper, and I cut this out of Amy Tangerine cardstock, as I did with the dotty blue one, and that's not stitched. The August and September inserts are stitched together, but they're not actually stitched to the cover, so I can take the cover out, you know, if I wanted to. So that's all I've changed in my Midori for my holiday. This has turned out much longer. I've had, as you can hear, having a lot of trouble talking today, so I'm really sorry about that. I hope you enjoy it. If you've got a DIY fish insert and you sort of use the top spaces for anything else, please let me know any ideas you have. If you use your DIY fish insert in a completely different way, that would be, like, maybe for college, that would be brilliant, because I'm hoping to go back to college early next year. So it would be fantastic to see how you use it. Yeah, just let me know. It'd be great to know. Or even if you've got a holiday flip through, link me to your video or your blog or wherever, and I'd love to have a look at it. So that's my setup. I'm hoping that these will all be full and beautiful and fun to look at when I get back, and I will do a holiday flip through for you. I'm now going to make a video on my travel stuff and my LG printer. So take care, thanks for watching, and speak to you all soon. Bye.